See, this exam is not about how much you are studying. This exam of prelims UPSC is about how much problem you are able to solve or how much you are capable to solve the problems that is in front of you. Because I've always told you that other exams like mains and interview, you don't have the answers, but still you try to build up the answers and get on to the nerve of the question that UPSC is posing you. But in case of prelims, the answer is just in front of you. All you have to do is to identify. So it is not about studying, it is about building up your muscle memory to identify the right answer. Okay, that I've been teaching you for past 1 year, 1.5 years. Please practice, because the more you practice, the more you build up your muscle memory. It is not about right or wrong. It is about building up your muscle memory. Are you able to identify? So check on the probability that you are achieving at the end of every mock tests. Check on the probability of each subject like polity, economy, geography, history, science and technology, environment, art and culture, current affairs, everything. So you have to have an control and also an awareness of how much is the probability that you are scoring in each and every subject. And you also have to have and believe that everyone who is going to be a topper this year is in the same situation as you are. The only thing is they have worked a little bit more smarter in solving the questions than the other aspirants. Let us measure your confidence, and I'm going to work out this exercise. So take out a paper and a pen, and I want you to listen to this carefully because this hack we have already done. But this hack helps you in getting more closer to the cutoff that you want to achieve in your prelims. And this will also measure your confidence level, and it will also make your work of preparing for the next 2 months lot more easier than you ever thought about. But this is going to be an interesting exercise which you can do it for yourself and also analyzing. So have you grabbed up your pen and your notepad? Let us say 18 to 20 questions is being asked this year in 2024 polity. How much can you score? Like sure shot, because you've been preparing for a year or even 2 years or 3 years. How much do you think that you are able to solve in 18 to 20 questions asked in polity? So the next one, say economy. Okay, every year they ask around 15 to 18 or even sometimes 19 questions in economy. Around 15 to 18 questions that is being asked. How much will you be able to solve for sure shot? You don't have to show me, just write it the numbers that is arriving in your mind. Just measure the level of confidence. So in geography, environment combined, they can ask you around 23 to 25 questions, which can also include current affairs. Okay. So environment and geography, if they are asking you around 23 questions this year in 2024 prelims, how much would be your number? Sure short number that you could solve in geography and environment combined. Just think about what is the number that is popping up right in your mind. When I'm telling you a subject, just see what is the number that is popping up your mind and just give it. From 23 questions, how much will you be able to solve? So this is based on your 1 year preparation or 1.5 years or 2 years of your preparation. Next one is history, say modern India. Okay, they may ask you around 11 to 15 questions in modern India. So what is the number that is popping up in your mind when it comes to modern India? How much are you confident in solving? So next one is art and culture, ancient and medieval. Okay, they may ask you around 5 to 7 questions. How much will you be able to solve from 7 questions? Next, we come on to the science and technology part. So in science and technology, they might ask you from 12 to 15 questions. How much will you be able to solve from 12 to 15 questions in this year? Whatever number is just coming, just do it. The final one, okay, which is current affairs, which may overlap with geography, with economy, with polity, with science and technology, with international relation, with disaster management, with defense and everything. Current affairs, say they are going to ask you around 23 to 25 questions this year. Okay, we don't know the predictability. It may overlap with other subjects also, as I told you. So how much will you be able to solve in current affairs? So with your level of confidence right now, which I've asked you the question, total up the numbers. Okay, whatever number is popping up in your mind right now, and compare it with the cutoff that this last year that has been given to you, right? Last year's cutoff is around 87, sorry, 84, I think, for 2023. When you can solve that much questions that is appearing in your notepad, what would be the difficulty? You've already crossed the cutoff. And if it is less than the cutoff, say 84, matlab, you know how much 42 is your minimum cutoff questions. But when you are solving 67, that can be plus or minus 5 or even 10. Okay, maybe going for negative, but still, if you can solve 67 and based on your probability of your mock test, you will be definitely clearing this prelims. Yes. So all you have to do is concentrate on the areas that is frequently asked, or concentrate on the subjects. Okay, just as I told you, the low hanging fruits like polity, economy, geography, those are the static subjects, and with that static subject only the current affairs overlaps. So you have to be more confident in that, and you have to be more aware of the topics that is being asked in these 4 static subjects. Okay, so CSAT also, there are so many other variations that you have to learn, say numericals, quantitative aptitudes, numbers, calendars, puzzles, right? The distance, the water level, the kilometer, and all these things that they'll ask you, and along with that, comprehension also. So don't ignore comprehension, because if you're not able to solve some of the math questions or numerical questions, comprehension will always give you a hand. And you know, last year there were 23 comprehensions asked with a single paragraph and a single question. Earlier, it used to be a big paragraph and 4 to 5 questions used to be asked, right? So you have to be very good with speed reading and analyzing what would be the question. So as I always tell you, it is not about how much you are studying, how much hours you are putting into, how much effort you are putting into, how much hard work you are putting into. UPSC is only concerned about how much problems are you able to solve. So if you have not given any single mock test till now, please, it's high time you start giving your mock tests. Please give full length mock tests, at least once in 3 days. Others, you can break it down as subject wise or the portion wise, unit wise, you can give. But please give full length mock tests so that you be in this exam atmosphere or exam environment, so that when you sit in the exam, it doesn't have to feel different for you. Right? So you have to give like 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon. Just spend and commit to do this, because this is your last chance. Imagine this is your last attempt and this is your only last chance. And if you start giving it, take every mock test as if you are giving the UPSC prelims paper, the full length mock test. Be prepared so that your energy level also coincides with the day of the exam. It is not only about the studies right now. You would have analyzed it. If you have already given the prelims last year, you would have analyzed it's not only about the subjects. It is not only about studying, retention, and revision. It is about interlinking creativity and strategy thinking so that you can solve the problem. Because the answer is in front of you. And when the answer is given to you, you will definitely confuse it. And that is where the UPSC tricks works. So please train your muscle, train your memory in solving the question. In June, from 1 to 10 dates, June 1st to 10th, you have to give full length test for 10 days continuously. Okay, so you have to have this confidence. And that confidence will only build when you practice it again and again and again, no matter what happens. Try solving PYQs, UPSC PYQs, and then go on switch with the Vajiram or Vision IAS or Baba IAS, Baba, kuch bhi ho, Clear IAS, mock test join karo and give them mock tests. See, remember one thing. In the total of 100 questions and the 80 questions that they are going to give you in CSAT, you cannot solve all the hundreds. Be prepared for that. You have to understand yourself. You have to hardly solve 50 to 55 questions. And in CSAT, you have to hardly score 30 short questions. It may be easy. I told you there will be 30 questions which will be very easy, which is hidden in the question paper. You have to identify the 30 questions in the first round. It may be 30 to 35 questions. And definitely there will be 30 to 35 questions which you can never touch in the UPSC paper. Fix this in your mind. No matter how hard you work, no matter how smart you are, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many magazines you cover, you cannot solve 30 to 35 questions in UPSC, which will be difficult. So the smartness lies in identifying the easy 30 and the moderate 10 to 15 questions to get onto your cutoff. 15 to 20 questions to get on your cutoff. If the easy is 40 questions, good. 30 questions will be difficult, but 70 questions are still there. So in that 70 questions, are you able to score at least 50 to 55? That decides your fate in UPSC. So you have to be smart enough. UPSC is not playing with your knowledge. It is playing with your psychology in prelims. Knowledge ka game is in mains. So be very, very aware that you are being tested psychologically. Are you smart enough to identify the easy question? And are you smart enough to leave the question, which is difficult? It might seem easy, but the answer will be difficult. So that is where the student's smartness lies. So UPSC sees, see, any question is crackable, any exam is crackable. But you have to be very smart in identifying the pattern. Okay, so don't get tempted. Don't play around your ego and that I know this question, I'm not able to identify the right answer. Matlab, don't play with your ego. Just leave it. There are other questions that you can solve. So that training you can only get through your mock test, that to full length tests, not with the subject-wise test or unit-wise test. So you have to play with your full-length mock test. Your first job is to identify the easy one and identify the difficult one. In between lies your ticket to your mains. And please work on your strengths, be smarter on your weaknesses, and understand the psychology. So all the best. I'll see you in my next video.